Welcome to 97.7 FM and welcome to Cityscape, a show that features all the talent that we have here in the Rio Grande Valley of Texas. Today, we have a special guest in the studio. We have Dr. Richard Edmondson.
Yes, sir.
And I apologize if I butchered your name there.
That's all right. You did great.
So tell me a little bit about what you do, the organization you represent, and what's happening the next couple of weeks.
All right. Well, I teach theater at UTRGV, and we have a new show coming up, new for us, in about 2 weeks. Yeah, November 30th. Yeah, it is 2 weeks. Yeah, and we're going to be doing it every night, 7:30, and then Saturday and Sunday at 2. And it's a musical that we haven't done a musical in about 3 years now. So that's a big thing, and the students all love it, and they're excited about it, and it's very moving. It deals with a lot of adult situations, topics, sexuality, but super beautiful and poignant music.
What's the name of the play?
It's called Fun Home. Yep, by Janine Tesori and Lisa Cron. And it's based on the graphic novel by Alison Bechtel, who wrote the story. It's a memoir, so she wrote the story of her life, and how she went through a very difficult time losing her father, and right before that, she came out as gay to her father, and so 3 months later, he was hit by a truck, and she thinks that it was suicide. And I'm not giving anything away, okay. because she talks about it right at the first scene, right? She sets all this up at the first scene. So it's more about her like memories and her journey throughout the process of losing her dad and coming out. Yeah.
I get that. And the university has great plays. I went to go catch the last one that just
the Haunting of Hill House?
Yes. Haunting of Hill House. Yeah, on Hill House or of Hill House, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. Students did an amazing job, from the acting to all the tech work, and all the behind the scenes and the set design and everything was just great. So I know that we can only we expect the best from the university. Now this is the second play of the semester,
right? Yep.
So how many plays do you typically do per year or per
typically
season?
4 to 6. So we do 4 big shows that are part of our season, right? And so we're the second, and then there's going to be 2 more next semester. Yeah.
And what do you have in the summer? Do you have anything going on in the summer?
We have children's camps that teach children theater. Dr. Brian Warren is in charge of that. And so, it's usually like a half-day camp where they learn singing, dancing, acting, maybe some stage combat and various kinds of performance. It's always a success. It always sells out, actually.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I love going to the theater there. Ever since I was an undergrad at UTRGV back then, UT Pan Am, right? UT Pan American.
Yeah.
And so it's always neat to go out and see some theater here in the Valley. I'm glad that we have that opportunity to periodically throughout the year go out and catch some real theater in the Valley.
Yes.
Now, our audience is typically a younger audience. We have kids as young as elementary age kids watching up to adults, and so there's a lot of interest in theater among our audience, we've noticed. And what are some recommendations? What do you some words of advice that you'd like to share with our viewers who are interested in perhaps pursuing a career in theater?
Great. Do it. Yeah. I always say, yes, go for your dreams, make it happen somehow. It could be difficult, challenging at times, but you got to stick to it. So much of theater is just sticking to it, like, year after year, and do as much as you can too. Like, not only take classes, but keep auditioning all the time. Got to audition. Yeah. And the more you get cast in shows, the more experience you get. And then you start to understand it more, get in your flow, right? Know how the business works. So probably 90% of the business is sticking with it. Yeah.
Now, I know a lot of work goes on behind the scenes before opening night. kind of give us a picture of what you are going through, what your students are going through from day one to opening night, more or less.
So it may take anywhere from 3 to 6 months generally to prepare for the show. And so we'll have auditions fairly early in the process, but before even auditions, we start the planning, like who's going to do the costumes, who's going to design the set, how are we going to do the lights and the makeup and hair and all of that. And so there's a lot of conversations that go on between the director and all of the designers for the show. And then we meet all the way up through production. Once we cast the show, then we'll go into rehearsal. Like we started rehearsal for this one in the last, the first week of September, approximately around there. So we've been in rehearsal for a while. And there's a ton of work in rehearsal that goes into everything that the audience usually doesn't see. But now that we're getting close to technical rehearsals where we start implementing all of those things, right, in time with the show as needed, then we go into longer rehearsals at night, right? And it's very tiring at times, but we try to do that so that everything is timed out exactly to opening night. And so like the week before opening night is all final dress rehearsal, right? Getting all the cues, lights, sound, props, everything we need to happen. And then we run 1 to 2 weekends. So for this show, it's only 1 weekend, but we're doing 5 performances. So, yeah.
Fantastic. And
so, there's a lot of work that goes on. And then a lot of people are surprised when they go backstage, too, to see all of the action going on behind the scenes. So they don't realize, like, what it takes just to run the show, right? There could be a dozen or so people at least doing everything, making sure it runs smoothly during the show, all dressed in black and their little headsets on,
running props, running costumes.
Yes, giving the actor cues, all of that.
Costume changes, all that. It's exciting. All the light cues that go on, sound cues that go on in the play. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I love it. That's one of my passions. It's theater, and so I love it. I love all the aspects of it.
Ditto. Yeah.
And so once again, if you're just joining us, we're talking with Dr. Richard Edmondson from UTRGV, and he was sharing with us about the next play called The Fun House, and is running from November 30th through December the 3rd.
Yep.
And at UTRGV. Now, if you are wanting tickets to how can they get a hold of tickets for this particular play?
So the easiest and best way is to go to our websites, and it's really easy, utrgv.edu/theater, and then just follow the links to our season and then pick Fun Home, the show, and then it'll give you all the options which you can choose for whatever night you want to come.
So that's utrgv.edu/theater.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Well, go out and give them a follow. Are you guys on social media as well?
Everywhere. Yeah, we try to get the word out as much as possible.
What's the keyword to look for on social media, like
UTRGV Theater?
UTRGV Theater,
and then it should populate with a lot of our pages.
Now, before we wrap up, is there anything that you'd like to add that I might have forgotten to ask that you want to share with our audience?
Well, I think be prepared for the show because it does deal with adult themes, right, and sexuality, but it's very moving. And we had our crews watch actually this week for the first time, and some of them were already in tears, because the script, the story, it's a true story, and the music combined. I mean, it's just kind of really, really emotional. Yeah. But a beautiful show. So I hope that the audience will be very touched by it and really try to understand each other's story, right? Because it's such a powerful, real story, and it's all about secrets and how we keep secrets as people, and getting to the truth in our lives. So even though it may be a little difficult at times to watch or uncomfortable, it's so worth it by the end. It just turns out amazing.
And tell me about casting a project like this. Is it open only to students, or is it open to the public, or to audition?
So primarily, yeah, we try to keep it to the students, and that's so that they get the experience they need while they're trying to get their degree. There may be exceptions where, we can make a plea. Oh, maybe we need this person. Maybe we need like a super high soprano and we don't have one, right? Then we may open it up to other like community stuff. Yeah. But yeah, all UTRGV students can audition, and UTRGV theater film students get priority in the casting.
Fantastic. Yeah. Has there been an instance where you cast a faculty member?
Oh, yes. Many times. I've been in there too. Yeah. And Dr. Warren has been in it, and Dr. Tom Pearson has been in it. So yeah, there's times when we use faculty too. And I think that's super fun because the students actually like it. They like to work and get, see their experience that they have in the field. Yeah.
And so what plays do you have coming up over this next year? Has the list been released already?
Yes. Yep. We try to announce our season every summer for the fiscal year, the academic year. And so the next one is Metamorphoses, directed by Brian Cheslick. And then that happens in the spring. And right after that comes Airness, a show about playing air guitar.
Oh, wow.
Directed by our chair of our department, Trey Michalowski.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And then you've got the summer, right, where you do theater, summer
and then
theater.
We'll start our summer camps. We are not doing summer theater right now, just the children's camps for during the summer. Yeah.
And for information on any of that, they can always go to the box office, right? Or utrgv.edu/theater and get all the information on dates, tickets.
Yeah. Yep, everything's
events.
there. Everything you want to know,
Fantastic.
even like degree plans if you're interested in taking classes, right? Everything's there. Our contact information, a list of faculty with our pictures on it. Yeah,
Fantastic.
everything's there.
And currently, UTRGV is offering up to an MFA in theater. Is that correct?
Not anymore. A BA in theater.
A BA. Okay.
Yes, a BA in theater. We are trying to get a BFA in theater as well. But there is some more planning, I think, to do to make that happen. So we're almost there. Yeah. And then it's kind of more selective. We'll probably have auditions to get into the BFA program. Yeah.
I see. Excellent. Okay. Well, great. Anything else you'd like to share?
I think that's it. Just
Excellent.
hope you come. Hope everybody comes to see the show.
That's right. Check out the show November 30th through December the 3rd at the University Theater on University Drive in Edinburgh. And if you want some more information, just go online, utrgv.edu/theater to get all the information you need about tickets and so forth. Dr. Edmondson, thank you so much for making the time to come out here to our studio.
Thank you for having me.
The doors,
really enjoy it.
The doors will always be open here at 97.7 FM. Feel free to go, send your students over, come over yourself and tell us about, what UTRGV Theater is doing and what they're up to, and keep our audience aware of what's happening so they can have the opportunity to come out and check out one of your plays.
Yes. So we'd love to do that. Absolutely. Whenever you want, I'll be here.
Thank you. Fantastic. Well, keep watching and keep listening to 97.7 FM, The City.